Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is EMC Tarot, and this is the November reading for the sign of Sagittarius. So welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is doing well. Thank you for all the likes, comments, and subscribes. I really, truly appreciate it. I hope you find the information helpful and it resonates and it motivates, you know, just kind of gives you some insight into some of the questions you may have. And again, these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my info is in the description box. My website is emctarot.com. You know, we can get into more detail with your specific questions that pertain to you, that you're looking to get some, you know, some insight and some guidance, you know, and kind of go from there. So again, info's there if you'd like to check it out. All right, let's get right into it. I'm going to use the traditional tarot deck today. I'm going to do a 6-card spread and then just look at the bottom of the deck card, and then also pull some from the Earth Magic, which is by Stephen Farmer. I went to his seminar this past weekend. They were really great. Ancestral DNA, karmic releasing stuff. So really cool stuff. If you check out his website, he's got some great info with shamanic healing. So it's Stephen Farmer, Dr. Stephen Farmer, and he's got a really cool deck of cards that we'll pull from, and then some from the, I'm sorry, just one card from The Sacred Traveler by Denise Lynn. So, all right, Sagittarius, let's see what we got for your sign for November. Hope everybody is having a great October. You know, these are done in October, but we're obviously looking ahead because that's what we like to do. All right, we have the Two of Pentacles to start, and I'll put them all down, and then I'm gonna kind of, you know, go into it and all that. So, but I like to have them. Wow, everything's flying out. 6 of Pentacles. Okay. And let's see. These are the smaller ones because they're easier to shuffle. Okay, those keep flying out. They're easier to shuffle for me, so because my hands are small. The Empress and the Chariot, and 2 more. They are flying out, so that's a good thing. I may pick one just because I want to also have my energy in one of them based on when I say stop. Okay, 10 of Swords. That's interesting. And I'm going to keep shuffling because these are just... And all right, we got the 2 of Swords, and then just 7 of Wands. Okay. All right. So first up, we have the 2 of Pentacles, and just taking a peek at the whole thing. So for the 2 of Pentacles, you know, this is the element of earth, as we know. This is focusing on work and money and home and security and stability. And the 2 of Pentacles is really about, you know, balancing 2 things, juggling, flexibility, multitasking, you know, balancing two kind of worlds and adapting to that, being capable of adapting to that. There's some time management that has to happen here. And you know, yeah, there's some maybe 2 different areas of work that you enjoy doing, and you're trying to do both, you know, within your week's time. Also, you could be balancing family and work, you know, kind of, or love and work and family, you know, just trying to balance that. So there could be some of that going on. with, you got the Six of Pentacles right next to it, and it, you know, the six is all about sharing wealth and generosity and helping others. It's giving of yourself and your assets, and, you know, willingness to ask for help, obviously. But if you're balancing two things, perhaps you are doing well and you are kind of giving back and helping others, you know, with your with your knowledge, you know, and perhaps trying to give them some opportunities to, you know, advance in their life, and just kind of working together with people to help them. And then here we have the Empress, which is about, you know, creativity and fertility and abundance and love of nature. It's tending to one's creations. It's a loving feminine energy, but it's a loving energy. And so perhaps there's something that's happening in November for you, Sagittarius, where you are feeling that nurturing, creative, softer side, and you're looking at, you know, how you can find balance in your life to have more love, to have more, you know, peace, and just you know, overall kind of positivity in your life. And so the Empress is, you know, yeah, just kind of giving you that caring, you know, energy to help move you forward. And because the Chariot is right next to it, and that's obviously about movement and will and victory, accomplishment, it's success, it's power, it's triumph, it's making things happen through your own will and determination. And so perhaps because you're connecting with this feminine energy, and again, whether you're male or female, it doesn't necessarily, you know, matter, because you can still connect to this energy where you're feeling more understanding of others' feelings and sensitivities, and you're just trying to, you know, be this Chariot energy of you know, in order to have the success and this power and this triumph, you know, you connecting with your connecting with that energy is helpful. All right, so we have up next the Ten of Swords. This can be a challenging card. You know, there could be some possible overreaction to something, or you could get maybe some self-criticism, and perhaps, you know, with this power and this will to succeed, you know, there's a bit of uncertainty with you. You know, this Ten of Swords has got the sword stabbed in the back. However, you know, the sun is behind the mountain, and he, you know, he's still, you know, this is an element of air, and it's really to focusing on the mind and ideas and beliefs, and there could be a bit of worry. So perhaps there's some worry with some of the changes that you're trying to make, and, you know, balancing things in your life. You might be feeling a bit overwhelmed with it. There could be that that victim mentality of like, there's not enough hours in the day, or I don't know when, you know, if I should be doing all this, and you could be feeling a bit like that. And, you know, the 10 is really about you know, full completion of a cycle, and kind of maybe it's you moving on from this kind of energy into, you know, this Empress energy and this Chariot, and being able to balance things. So perhaps this Ten of Swords is more of something that's you're working to overcome, only because we got the Two of Swords right next to it. And this is really, you know, you needing to look at all the options and decide. You know, you might have some choices that you need to make, and you're avoiding some emotional involvement. She's got, you know, she's blindfolded, and she's got her arms crossed with the Two Swords. So perhaps this Ten of Swords is even just your fear of you know, some of this fear of just having the balance and having it be, you know, something that could work for you, and you're just like, you know, a bit stressed about that. But it doesn't mean that it's a negative thing, because there is a lot of blue in this card, and blue represents, you know, knowledge and and creativity and ambition and sincerity and communication and peacefulness and affection. And so perhaps it's just that's something that you have to work on, Sagittarius. You know, if I'm looking at all the cards, you got a good variety of colors. Obviously, there's some elements of yellow that stand out. And, you know, just to kind of give an idea of colors, yellow can represent cheerful, warm, creative, expressive, enthusiasm, powerful. So you have a good blend of colors between the reds, which is also about vitality and courageous and self-confidence and, you know, intense, you know, passionate and sensual, that type of thing. So there is a good variety of colors that I think can balance out the month. So there may be some stress with some of the things that you're trying to balance in your life, per se, with this Two of Pentacles, but I think you're gonna do okay, and you're gonna persevere. And at the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wands, and you know, this is just need to stay on top of things. I wouldn't really, it's a high energy, it's tenacity, it's perseverance, and it kind of, I think, helps, you know, clarify this Ten of Swords and the Two of Swords, because the Wands is all about, you know, it's fire, and you're a sign of fire. And this is about optimism and energy and spirit, enthusiasm, and so the Seven is really, you know, you could be feeling a bit of struggle and challenge, but I think that you're defiant, and you're going to be, you know, you have the tenacity to keep going and push forward. So I think it's going to be a good month for you guys. It's just a balancing act. Maybe there's some stuff. And here we have the King of Cups, and that's obviously, you know, I might pull an extra one for you guys because just to clarify some more, since it's next one up. You know, with the King of Cups, oh, sorry. A little closer. The light is changing here as the day gets darker. This is emotional balance and control, and generosity and tolerance, and kind and consideration. So I think that makes sense with a lot of this, like, you know, balancing, and you're struggling a bit to get this King of Cups it comes in and you kind of soften stuff. All right, so I'm going to just pull a few cards from this Earth Magic deck. And I might read, there's a special message in each, in the book, in each card that I think would be helpful to read, because obviously I can't remember all of them. Oh, this one's wrong deck. And anyway, yeah, cloud, shape-shifting. So let me just pull, I pulled 3 for the other sign, so. Ceremony, invocation, and shaman, ancient healing wisdom. Okay, so with the first card, again, let me just get the card, and I'm just gonna turn on the light here, sorry, to help a little bit. And let me find the page for cloud shifting. Shape-shifting. Okay, so this is, in both subtle and more dramatic ways, you can shape-shift by your choice of clothing, hairstyle, adornments, and even mannerisms, such as facial expressions, gestures, and the way you walk. By adjusting these along with your internal attitude, you can actually display different personas. When you experiment with these variations of self-expression that are not how you ordinarily present yourself, others will react to you depending on the degree in which your persona contrasts with the ones that are most familiar with. Be like the clouds as you try out different forms, stretching your limits at times, willing to move and adjust as necessary. Lift your head up, square your shoulders, and stand tall such that your chest and heart open to the world, and note how this feels. You may feel vulnerable at first, but stay with it. Then let your shoulders fall forward slightly. Pull your chest inward an inch or two, and let your head drop a little. Observe how this feels. Experiment with contracting your aura, your energy field, then expand it as far as you comfortably can. By this kind of shape-shifting, you can consciously choose your expression into the world. Just remember who you are at the core. I think that kind of goes along with the Empress, you know, in the Chariot. Just you know, you're not trying to be different different personas. You're just trying to, I think, adjust and understand others. Maybe that's more about relating and understanding where some people are coming from, and that can, you know, be a part of that. Ceremony, it's a great card. There's a new moon coming up on, it's before November, but perhaps you can, if you're listening to this before November starts, you can do some new moon wishes at the time. That could be helpful. But this is whether through indifference, depression, life crisis, or any other manifestation of mental, emotional, or physical blockages, you have drifted from the intimacy with spirit for which you yearn. It's important to do what you can to regain an experience of spiritual power that is contained within you and all around you. Do so by conducting a ceremony, one that involves not only spirit, but also material objects you consider sacred. So basically, like, set up an altar, you know, with elements of water, fire, air, and earth, and add just a few sacred objects, and kind of call upon your spirit guides, and, you know, just do a ceremony calling in the spirit guides and what it is that you're looking to manifest in the month of November and beyond. Really, it doesn't have to be specific to just, you know, you don't have to stop at November. You can set the intentions for things to start then, and you know, or continue on if it's already in good standings as of now. But, you know, just kind of do that. And then shaman, ancient healing wisdom. This is all illnesses, whether physical, emotional, psychological, stem from an illness of spirit. It may be due to soul loss, psychic intrusions, ancestral karma, or any other spiritual causes that could be contributing to the manifest condition for which you seek help. So this is a time for deep healing, starting with your relationship with spirit. And again, I think this card is also the same thing. It's really talking about connecting with spirit. So, you know, create a little bit of an altar, you know, candles and just some stones that you may have, or whatever you find, pictures that you like. Just create like a little space that you can look at and connect to. And I think that'll be helpful. Oops, that one fell out, so sorry. They are really hard to, okay. Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. I think that's a wonderful, wonderful card, and that may be the overriding message. Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything, and you can see the picture. I'm gonna just, there's another little message in the book here that's really good. So, it says, when the traveler encounters an obstacle on the path, the traveler understands that there are many ways to go beyond it. All you need is within you now. All the assets that you require to overcome this challenge are available to you. If you are blocked on one path, find another. This is a powerful time of developing your inner strength and fortitude. When you look back, you'll find that many inner gifts developed during this time. So I think that's fantastic, Sagittarius. You are overcoming obstacles. You really are trying to balance a lot in your life, and you're gonna get that. You're gonna be connected to your spiritual, you know, guides and your spiritual energy. And, you know, there's some stuff that, you know, you'll be some fears that will come up and some worries and concerns, but you got the King of Cups at the end there, and I think you're really going to have a great, you know, by the end of November, you'll be in great shape. So I hope you found that helpful. Thank you again, and have a wonderful November. Namaste.